Ladies and gentlemen, imagine waking up every morning with a sense of purpose, knowing exactly why you're here and feeling the fire in your belly to go out and make an impact. Now, ask yourself, are you living that life, or are you simply going through the motions, ticking off tasks, and surviving the day? We all have the potential to live a life that's rich with meaning, but too often we get distracted by the noise of the world and forget to ask ourselves the most important question: what truly matters to me? If you're ready to discover what it takes to live a life that's not just successful, but deeply meaningful, then stick with me. By the end of this talk, you'll have the tools to start creating the life you've always dreamed of, a life full of purpose, joy, and fulfillment. To live a meaningful life, the very first thing you need to do is know what truly matters to you. We often get so caught up in the chaos of the world, work, family, friends, social media, and endless distractions, that we forget to ask ourselves what we really care about. We chase things that society tells us should be important, like status, money, or external validation, but in the process, we can lose touch with our inner compass. The problem is, these external measures of success don't always bring fulfillment. We can get to the top, have everything we think we want, and still feel empty inside. So, it's crucial to take a step back and figure out what really lights you up, what makes you feel alive, and what you would want to be remembered for. Understanding what truly matters to you is the foundation upon which you can build a life of meaning and purpose. Ask yourself, what do I value? It might seem like a simple question, but when you stop and really think about it, you might realize you've never given it much thought. Values are the things that guide your decisions, actions, and even your thoughts. They are the invisible forces that shape your day-to-day life and ultimately determine your happiness. Your values are what you stand for and what you'll fight for when things get tough. When you don't live in alignment with your values, you'll feel disconnected, stressed, or unfulfilled, because something deep inside you will know you're not living your truth. For some people, family might be the number one priority. For others, it could be creativity, personal growth, or helping others. Whatever it is for you, taking the time to identify your core values is the first step in living a meaningful life. Knowing what matters most to you allows you to make better decisions, set clear goals, and focus your energy on what will bring you the most fulfillment. For instance, if you value family above everything else, you'll want to create a lifestyle that allows you to spend quality time with your loved ones, even if that means making career sacrifices or saying no to other distractions. On the other hand, if personal growth is a top priority, you'll find yourself constantly seeking new challenges, learning opportunities, and ways to expand your horizons. To begin discovering what matters to you, take a moment to reflect on the times in your life when you felt most alive. When were you the happiest, the most fulfilled, the most proud of yourself? What were you doing at that time? Who were you with? The answers to these questions can give you important clues about your values. Perhaps it was when you were helping a friend through a difficult time, which might point to the value you place on compassion and kindness. Maybe it was when you were working on a creative project, which could reveal that creativity is something you deeply care about. The key is to notice the patterns and align your life around those values. It's also important to remember that your values may evolve over time. Life experiences can shape and change the things that matter most to you. What felt right a few years ago might not feel as meaningful today, and that's okay. As you grow, your understanding of what's truly important will deepen. The key is to stay in tune with yourself and be willing to reevaluate your values as needed. This ongoing process of self-reflection allows you to live a more intentional life rather than one that's shaped by external pressures or fleeting desires. Living a life that reflects your values doesn't just give you direction, it also creates a sense of peace and fulfillment. When you're living in alignment with your values, there's a feeling of congruence between what you believe and how you act. You become more confident in your decisions because you know they are based on what truly matters to you, not on what others expect or what society says you should care about. This confidence in yourself brings a deep sense of inner peace because you're no longer living for the approval of others or chasing empty goals. Instead, you focus on creating a life that feels true to who you are at your core. The beauty of knowing what matters to you is that it empowers you to say no to the things that don't serve your values. You can stop saying yes to commitments that drain your energy or distract you from your true purpose. You'll learn to protect your time and energy, dedicating them only to the things and people that align with your values. This will not only increase your sense of fulfillment, but will also help you live with intention. Every action you take, every decision you make will be an intentional step toward creating a life that is meaningful to you. In conclusion, knowing what truly matters to you is the foundation for living a meaningful life. It's about identifying your values and living in alignment with them. This will guide your decisions, shape your goals, and ultimately create a sense of fulfillment and joy. When you live according to your values, life stops feeling like a series of tasks to get through, and instead it becomes a journey towards something bigger. A life that feels rich, purposeful, and truly yours. So take the time to ask yourself, what really matters to me? And use the answer to build a life that's not just successful, but meaningful. Living a meaningful life is not just about dreaming big. It's about taking concrete action toward those dreams. Goals are the roadmap to the life you want to create. But without action, they remain nothing more than wishful thinking. It's easy to get excited about the idea of a meaningful life, to visualize your success. But the real difference between a life that feels empty and one that feels purposeful is action. You need to set clear goals, break them down into manageable steps, and take consistent, intentional action toward them every day. The journey to living a meaningful life isn't about waiting for everything to fall into place. It's about making things happen. The first thing to recognize is that a goal without action is just a dream. A lot of people talk about what they want to achieve in life, but they don't follow through. They wait for the right time, or they wait until they feel ready. But let me tell you, there will never be a perfect moment. The stars aren't going to align and hand you everything on a silver platter. If you want to live a meaningful life, you have to take responsibility and go after it. Start by setting clear, specific goals. If you want to live with purpose, you can't be vague about what you want. Saying, I want to be successful or I want to be happy is not enough. Those are broad, undefined concepts. Instead, make your goals specific. Maybe it's getting a promotion at work, building a stronger relationship with your family, learning a new skill, or volunteering to help others. The more specific your goals, the easier it is to know what steps to take. Specific goals give you direction and make it possible to measure your progress along the way. Once you've set your goals, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. It's easy to get overwhelmed if you look at a big goal all at once, especially if it feels like something that will take years to achieve. That's why breaking it down into manageable tasks is key. For example, if your goal is to write a book, you might start by setting aside 30 minutes each day to write. The key is to start small and build momentum. Over time, those small steps will add up to significant progress. You don't need to tackle everything at once. Focus on the next step and trust that the rest will unfold. One of the most important things to remember is that consistency is everything. It's not about working 24/7 or burning yourself out. It's about making steady, intentional progress toward your goals every single day. Whether it's writing, practicing, learning, or simply taking time to reflect, small daily actions compound and lead to significant results over time. This is how you make your dreams a reality. It's also important to remember that progress doesn't always look like success. You might stumble, you might fail, and you might face setbacks along the way, but those moments don't define your ability to create a meaningful life. Failure is part of the process. The key is to keep moving forward even when things get tough. Every mistake, every obstacle is an opportunity to learn and grow. If you keep taking action, keep trying, and keep showing up, eventually you'll reach your goals. When you begin to take action toward your goals, something amazing happens. You start building momentum. Momentum gives you the energy to keep going even when things feel difficult. And as you start to see progress, no matter how small, it fuels your motivation. You begin to feel that sense of accomplishment that comes from doing the work. That sense of accomplishment is one of the greatest rewards you'll experience as you move toward a more meaningful life. Another powerful element of taking action is accountability. When you set clear goals and share them with others, you are more likely to stay committed to them. Talk to friends, family, or mentors about your goals and let them help keep you on track. Accountability creates a sense of responsibility to yourself and to those who are supporting you. It also creates a positive feedback loop where you feel motivated to continue pushing forward. Finally, the most meaningful life you can create is one that reflects your values. And the only way to do that is by taking consistent action toward what's important to you. It's not enough to say, I want to live a meaningful life. You have to show up for it. Every decision, every action, and every step you take must be aligned with what truly matters to you. It's about living in a way that honors your values, goals, and aspirations. Action brings those things to life. So if you're serious about living a meaningful life, take action now. Don't wait for everything to be perfect because it never will be. Start where you are with what you have and take that first step. Then take the next step and the next. Even the smallest action will create momentum and bring you closer to the life you want. The power is in your hands. Start today and keep going until you create the meaningful life you've always dreamed of. Living a meaningful life goes far beyond just achieving goals and getting things done. It's also about making time for what you love, the things that bring you joy and fill your heart with happiness. Too often, we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, checking off our to-do lists, and we forget to nurture the parts of ourselves that truly bring fulfillment. We prioritize work, responsibilities, and obligations, but the activities, people, and experiences that truly light us up often get pushed to the side. But a meaningful life is not only about success or productivity, it's about balance and joy. When was the last time you did something purely for the sake of enjoyment? When was the last time you stopped and really paid attention to something you love, whether it's painting, hiking, cooking, or spending time with your family? These are the moments that create real meaning in life. The simple joys, the things that make you feel alive, are often the things we neglect most. We often think that once we complete this project or achieve this milestone, we'll finally have the time to relax and do what we enjoy. But here's the truth. You'll never have time unless you make it. It's up to you to prioritize joy in your life and intentionally make space for the things that matter to you. Too many of us live in a state of someday, convincing ourselves that the moment to enjoy life will eventually come when the circumstances are just right. But the truth is that there is no perfect time to make time for the things that bring you happiness. If you wait for everything to align, you'll miss out on countless moments of joy. Living a meaningful life means recognizing that joy isn't something to be earned after a certain achievement. It's something that can be experienced right now. So the question is, what brings you joy? What is it that makes you feel truly alive? Maybe it's a creative pursuit like writing or painting. Maybe it's spending time outdoors, enjoying the beauty of nature. Or maybe it's simply being present with your loved ones, having quality conversations and creating memories. Whatever it is, you need to make time for it. By incorporating things that bring you joy into your daily routine, you're giving yourself permission to live a life that is richer, fuller, and more meaningful. It's easy to feel like there's not enough time in the day to do everything. And while responsibilities and obligations are important, they shouldn't completely consume us. The truth is, when you make space for the things that bring you joy, you actually improve your overall well-being. When you're engaged in activities that nourish your soul, you feel more energized, more focused, and more content. Taking time for yourself to do what you love recharges your emotional batteries, helping you approach the challenges in life with a clearer mind and a more positive attitude. Making time for joy is also about recognizing that your happiness matters. Often we put others first and forget that taking care of ourselves isn't selfish, it's necessary. Self-care isn't just about relaxing or pampering yourself, though that can be part of it. It's about investing time in activities that make you feel good, that help you connect with who you are and what you care about. Whether that means taking a walk, reading a book, or doing something creative, these moments of joy are not indulgent. They're essential for maintaining your mental, emotional, and physical health. Another powerful aspect of making time for joy is that it brings a sense of fulfillment that no material success can replace. It's easy to get caught up in the chase for external achievements, climbing the career ladder, acquiring more things, or impressing others. While these things might feel rewarding in the short term, they don't create lasting fulfillment. True happiness comes from within and is rooted in the experiences, people, and activities that make you feel grounded and connected to yourself. The more you cultivate joy in your life, the more you'll realize that happiness isn't something that can be bought, it's something that can only be created. So how do you make time for what you love? It's about being intentional. It's about scheduling joy into your life the same way you schedule work meetings or appointments. Set aside time every day or every week to engage in something that brings you happiness, whether it's carving out 30 minutes to paint or setting aside a day for a road trip with friends. You need to make a conscious effort to prioritize what fills you up. Don't wait until the end of the week or the end of the year to enjoy life. Start today. Living a meaningful life means understanding that happiness and fulfillment are found in the simple, everyday moments. It's not just about big achievements or distant goals. It's about recognizing the little things, the small pleasures and joyful experiences that make each day worthwhile. So I challenge you to look at your life right now and ask yourself, what am I doing that brings me joy? Make the decision to carve out time for those things and watch how they transform your perspective, energy, and overall sense of fulfillment. When you make joy a priority, your life becomes richer, more connected, and far more meaningful. A meaningful life doesn't just come from setting goals or finding joy. It's also about building and nurturing relationships to support and uplift you. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on how you experience life. Relationships, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or even your community, are at the heart of a life well lived. The connections we form are what ground us during tough times and elevate us during moments of celebration. But meaningful relationships don't happen by accident. They require effort, intentionality, and a genuine investment of time and energy. To live a truly meaningful life, you must surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you and contribute positively to your journey. When you reflect on your life, think about the moments that truly mattered. Chances are they involve the people you love, whether it's a childhood memory of laughing with your siblings, an intimate conversation with a close friend, or a family celebration. The moments that leave a lasting impact often revolve around the relationships we build. These connections are the threads that weave through the fabric of our lives, adding meaning and depth to our experiences. But here's the thing, relationships require work. They don't just thrive on their own. They need attention, understanding, and effort to truly flourish. To live a meaningful life, you must consciously choose to invest in relationships that nourish you. This means surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to be better, who support you when you're struggling, and who genuinely care about your growth and happiness. These are the people who see your potential even when you doubt yourself, the ones who push you to step out of your comfort zone and be the best version of yourself. Whether it's a mentor who offers guidance or a friend who listens without judgment, these relationships create a foundation for a meaningful life. It's important to recognize that not all relationships are created equal. While it's natural to want to have a wide circle of acquaintances, the truly meaningful connections in life are often found in a smaller, more intimate circle. The people who truly make a difference in your life are the ones you can count on when things get tough, the ones who truly understand your values, and the ones who accept you for who you are, flaws and all. These relationships may take time to cultivate, but they are worth every bit of effort. A meaningful life also comes from offering support and love to others. It's not just about receiving, it's also about giving. The act of supporting others, of being there for someone when they need it, adds richness and purpose to your own life. When you lift others up, you not only make their lives better, but you also deepen your own sense of meaning. Whether it's helping a friend through a tough time, volunteering in your community, or simply offering a listening ear, your relationships will thrive when you put in the effort to support and care for others in return. However, building meaningful relationships isn't always easy. It requires vulnerability, trust, and patience. You can't expect to form deep connections if you aren't willing to open up and be vulnerable with others. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship, and it takes time to build. But it's worth the effort because the rewards, love, support, and a sense of belonging are invaluable. One of the most powerful ways to nurture your relationships is through active communication. Truly listening to the people in your life, showing empathy, and being present in the moment can create stronger bonds. So often, we're distracted or preoccupied, but being truly present for someone is one of the most meaningful gifts you can offer. When you listen to someone with an open heart and mind, you show them that they matter. You also create a safe space for them to share their thoughts and feelings, which builds trust and deepens the connection. A meaningful life is also about being willing to let go of toxic relationships. Not every relationship, no matter how much history it holds, is meant to last forever. Sometimes, in order to live a meaningful life, you must make the difficult decision to walk away from relationships that drain your energy or hold you back. This doesn't mean you should cut ties with everyone who disagrees with you, but it does mean recognizing when a relationship is no longer serving you or your growth. Toxic relationships can rob you of the energy, joy, and sense of self that are vital to a meaningful life. By removing these negative influences from your life, you create space for more positive and enriching relationships to grow. At the same time, it's important to foster a relationship with yourself. You are the person you spend the most time with, so how you treat yourself matters. The relationship you have with yourself shapes how you show up in the world and in your relationships with others. Self-love and self-respect are essential for building meaningful connections with those around you. If you don't value yourself, it's difficult to build healthy, fulfilling relationships with others. When you take care of yourself, set boundaries, and treat yourself with kindness, you show others how to treat you as well. In the end, living a meaningful life means surrounding yourself with people who help you grow, offering love and support to others, and investing in relationships that nourish your soul. These connections will be the foundation of a rich, fulfilling life. The relationships we form along the way are not just the icing on the cake. They are the cake itself. By nurturing the relationships that matter most, you create a life that is full of love, purpose and meaning. So take the time to invest in those around you, cultivate deep connections, and prioritize the people who truly matter. In doing so, you will find that your life becomes not just successful, but deeply meaningful. Living a meaningful life is not just about success, goals, joy, or relationships. It's also about having a sense of purpose that drives your actions, thoughts, and decisions. Purpose gives direction to your life and gives you a reason to wake up each day with passion and determination. When you have a purpose, everything you do takes on more significance. You're no longer just going through the motions of life. You're actively working towards something that truly matters. Without a sense of purpose, life can feel empty, like you're drifting without a clear destination. But when you have a purpose, you wake up with a sense of direction, knowing that every step you take is leading you towards something meaningful. Finding your purpose is a journey. It doesn't always come easily, and it's not something that can be found overnight. Often it takes time, self-reflection, and experiences that help you uncover what truly drives you. Purpose isn't just about finding something you're passionate about. It's also about connecting to something bigger than yourself. It's about understanding your place in the world and how you can contribute to it in a way that brings meaning to your own life as well as the lives of others. When you find your purpose, it's like a spark that ignites a fire within you. It gives you energy, focus, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Purpose is not just about achieving something grand or extraordinary. It's about living with intention in everything you do. It's about understanding why you do what you do and making sure that your actions align with your values and beliefs. If you're passionate about helping others, for example, your purpose might be to make a difference in your community or the world. If you love creativity, your purpose might be to create art that inspires or brings joy. It's important to remember that your purpose doesn't have to be something monumental or world-changing. It can be something as simple as making an impact on the people around you, living with integrity, or helping others in your own unique way. Purpose is personal, and it's about finding what makes you feel fulfilled and truly alive. When you have a clear sense of purpose, it helps you make decisions and stay focused, especially when life gets tough. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and obstacles, but when you know your purpose, you can push through the hard times because you have something to hold on to. It acts as a compass guiding you through the storms of life. When things get difficult, purpose gives you a reason to keep going. It helps you persevere, stay resilient, and keep moving forward, even when the road ahead is unclear. Without purpose, challenges can feel overwhelming, and it's easy to get discouraged. But with purpose, you have something to hold on to, something that keeps you going even when the going gets tough. Having purpose also brings clarity to your life. In a world full of distractions and competing priorities, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. When you have a clear purpose, it helps you focus on the things that align with your goals and values. Purpose acts as a filter, helping you make decisions about how to spend your time and energy. It helps you say yes to the things that move you closer to your dreams and no to the things that don't. Purpose helps you set clear goals and stay on track, ensuring that you're always working towards something that truly matters. The beauty of purpose is that it doesn't always have to be a grand calling. It can be found in the everyday moments and simple actions that bring fulfillment. For instance, if your purpose is to be a loving parent, your daily actions may include spending quality time with your children and supporting them in their growth. If your purpose is to make a positive impact on your community, you may spend your time volunteering or helping others in need. Purpose doesn't always look like a big, flashy accomplishment. It's often found in the small, meaningful moments that add up over time. Sometimes finding your purpose requires a period of trial and error. It's about trying different things, exploring what feels right, and learning from your experiences. Don't be afraid to experiment, to step outside your comfort zone, and to try new things. You may not find your purpose right away, but each step you take brings you closer to understanding what drives you. And remember, your purpose may evolve over time. What you felt passionate about years ago may not be the same as what drives you today, and that's okay. Purpose can shift and grow as you do. It's not a static destination, it's an ongoing journey. To live a meaningful life, you must also be willing to embrace your purpose with authenticity. Don't let the opinions or expectations of others shape your sense of purpose. What matters is what feels true to you, not what others think you should do. Authenticity allows you to live with integrity, knowing that you're making choices that align with who you really are. When you are true to your purpose, your life feels more aligned, more connected, and more fulfilling. Ultimately, living a meaningful life requires finding a purpose that makes you feel excited, driven, and passionate. It's about discovering what truly matters to you and living in alignment with those values. A life without purpose can feel directionless, but a life driven by purpose is a life that's rich with meaning, fulfillment, and joy. Whether your purpose is large or small, personal or professional, it's what gives your life depth, clarity, and direction. So, take the time to reflect on what truly moves you, what you are passionate about, and what brings you joy. Your purpose is waiting for you to discover it. And when you do, you'll find that it adds immeasurable value to your life and the world around you. A meaningful life is not a solo journey. It's deeply connected to the impact you make on others. The way we serve and contribute to the world around us gives our lives purpose and depth. This can come in many forms: helping others through acts of kindness, offering your skills and talents to improve the lives of others, or even just being present for the people in your life who need you. When you focus on how you can contribute to the world rather than just what you can get out of it, your life takes on a deeper meaning. You've heard the saying, what you give is what you get. It's not just a catchy phrase, it's a truth that shapes the essence of a meaningful life. When you live with the intention of contributing to others, it brings fulfillment that far surpasses any material gain. It's about making a difference in people's lives, whether in small ways or large ones. The little things you do, like offering a listening ear to a friend, helping a neighbor with groceries, or volunteering for a cause that resonates with you, matter more than we often realize. These small actions create ripples that go far beyond what we see on the surface. Each positive act of kindness has the potential to inspire others, creating a network of goodwill and compassion. Helping others doesn't always have to mean grand gestures. It's about being available when someone needs you, offering your time, resources, or even a kind word. Sometimes the simple act of showing someone that they matter can change their entire perspective. When you make others feel valued, heard, and cared for, you enrich your own life in ways you can't fully measure. Serving others allows you to be part of something bigger than yourself. It connects you to humanity in a profound way. We are all part of this vast web of life, and when we contribute to the well-being of others, we strengthen that connection, creating a more harmonious world. But here's the reality. Helping others doesn't always come without sacrifice. It often requires time, energy, and sometimes it means stepping outside your comfort zone. You may have to put aside your own priorities to be there for someone else. And at times, it may feel like a burden. But I promise you, when you make helping others a priority, the rewards will outweigh the challenges. You will experience a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that no material possession or achievement can give you. There's something incredibly powerful about knowing that you've made a positive difference in someone else's life, even in the smallest way. When you contribute to others, you also grow. Helping people pushes you to step outside of your own world and understand their needs, struggles, and perspectives. It's a humbling experience that fosters empathy and compassion. It also provides opportunities for personal growth. As you learn more about yourself through your interactions with others, you might discover strengths, patience, or resilience within yourself that you never knew existed simply because you chose to help someone else. The key is to give without expecting anything in return. This kind of giving doesn't mean that you shouldn't take care of yourself or that you should allow others to take advantage of you. It means giving in a way that's not transactional. You don't do good things for others to receive something back. You do them because it's the right thing to do and because it adds to the goodness in the world. When you give without expecting a return, you create a sense of abundance and positivity that not only enriches others, but enriches your own life in unexpected ways. Living a meaningful life is also about creating a legacy that extends beyond your time here. The impact you make on others can live on long after you're gone. This doesn't mean you need to leave behind a monumental achievement or accomplish something extraordinary. It means making a positive impact on the people you interact with and shaping the world in a way that continues to benefit others. Your legacy is built on the lives you touch, the difference you make, and the love and kindness you show to others. When you dedicate yourself to service, you cultivate a life that's rooted in compassion, kindness, and generosity. Serving others doesn't diminish your life. It enriches it. It broadens your perspective, deepens your sense of purpose, and connects you to the world in a way that nothing else can. It's a call to action to live not just for yourself, but for the greater good. The beauty of contributing to the lives of others is that in the process, you end up transforming your own life in ways you never imagined. Living a meaningful life is ultimately about recognizing that we are all in this together. We all have unique talents, skills, and resources that we can use to make the world a better place. Every act of service, no matter how big or small, contributes to a greater collective impact. It's not about keeping score or expecting recognition. It's about creating a better world through your action. When you live with the mindset of contributing to others, you begin to see how interconnected we all are, and you start living a life that is not just meaningful for you, but for everyone you encounter. And in doing so, you'll find that the more you give, the more you receive.